Hey everyone, I have just posted a video about the Stardew Valley and Infinity Nikki collab, and right after I posted my video, after editing and all of that, they posted another video but on Epic Games YouTube channel about the house preview. So I'm very excited about the house building, as you guys already know. In case you didn't know about the house system, it's coming up in update 1.9, which should be 1st/2 of September, depending where you are in the world. So on 2nd of September, we'll get the house system. If you need to know the details on how the house system will work, all of the information that we've got confirmed so far, I have another video where I talked about quite literally everything that we know. So all of the information about terraforming, about the release date, how long has it been in development, how many areas we'll have in the island, all of these details are in the other video, which I'll link down below on the pinned comment, in case you need more info about the house. If you're already on the loop about the house, then here I'll watch the trailer, react to it, and share my thoughts about the little details and whatever we can find here of confirmation from the features. Okay, so right off the bat, we can see the house and the giant tree that is at the center of the island. Oh, the docks is right in front of the house. I thought the docks were a little bit far away. There's a little flower garden, the yardling. Oh, new yardlings. Ah, they're kind of cute. I like the yardlings designs. Although, to be honest, before we move on, I feel like the ears being their arms and hands is a little bit creepy. I'm getting some Kilo the Ugly Dragon flashbacks here. But anyways, they're cute. They're cute. I like the yardling designs. Okay, after using the default planting ability, maybe it's not an ability outfit. Maybe it's just like a base, like the purification, because I think purification is default. Although purification has an ability outfit. Maybe it does. Oh, the flowers have different colors. Maybe it's hybrid. Oh, we'll talk about this later after we react to the trailer. Fusion. Ah, okay, so that's what they mean with fusion. It's not just floating furniture and houses, it's also mixing your gardening with your purification to do everything at once. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if they are gonna teach us all of the fusions or if we need to figure them out ourselves. Construction, we saw this, but it's nice to see a little bit more in detail. One floor on top of the other. Maybe to make it like a step. Very similar to The Sims. It's almost like a blend between The Sims and Animal Crossing, where you place things yourself, but it's also fully customizable. And it doesn't seem like it has any collision limits or anything like that either. This reminds me more of Fortnite, actually. I know Fortnite isn't a decoration game, but the building kind of reminds me of it. It's kind of funny. Oh, it's so detailed. I love that we can rotate the items as much as we want. Ooh, resizing of items as well. Okay, stacking. Yeah, the clipping. Okay, so you can place everything everywhere if you want to. We kind of already saw these things before on the past previews, but it's nice to see all the details now. A little bit like a slowdown, you know? Okay. There's some like landscaping pieces as well. Not just furniture. The flowers are so pretty as well, by the way. I'm wondering if we'll get like themed furniture, you know, like for example, Ling Long furniture would be amazing to get eventually. Maybe they will give us like some dungeon islands furniture so we can have a little bit of an extra. Okay, floating the furniture. Yeah, it's a floating house. How cool. The house looks a little ugly though. They're not very good at building, but I understand. They're just showing us the features. Oh, so pretty. Seeing everything with the textures. So exciting. The tree's so giant. We have some props there. A tree house. Oh, and the blueprint hunt. I'm very excited to steal furniture around Mirrorland. I feel like that's gonna be my favorite activity for the first update. Okay, that was it. All right. Let's talk about it. I've saw so many things. I'll rewatch now. I'll pause the recording. I'll rewatch now, make a list of all of the tiny little things that I noticed, and then I'll list them here. Okay, so first, ability fusion. I feel like that's a lot more clear now to me. So here you can see Nikki using the planting ability. And she's planting each one of these tiles by herself on her own. And if you fuse your planting ability with your purification ability, then you can do that in area, which is very time saving. You know, it's a nice quality of life improvement. And I like the concept of fusing abilities together. This kind of like reminds me of Zelda. So this is really cool, and I think it's a lot more clear for me now. I thought previously that this was just about floating the furniture, but it seems like we'll have more fusions to try out. Then another very interesting thing here that I want to note that I was very excited about is that, as you see, Nikki's watering the plant, and they're growing in different colors. You have yellow and you have orange. But we didn't see any flowers growing in red. And the red is also like quite a different, it stands out a lot. And as you can see, the red isn't always around yellow and oranges. So I'm wondering now, I don't know if you guys played Animal Crossing New Horizons, for example, but there or in Fae Farm, you can do flower hybrids, where if you plant, for example, a yellow and orange flower next to each other, then in a couple new days, a red flower can spawn. And that's the only way to obtain a red flower. It's by doing the hybrids. It's by planting two of other colors together or nearby. So I'm wondering if Infinite Nikki will implement a hybrid flower system. If they do, I'm gonna lose my mind because I love doing hybrid flowers. In Fae Farm specifically, I spent so much time trying to get all of the flower colors. In Animal Crossing, it was a little bit easier because you could trade with others, the seeds, but it's definitely very fun to plant hybrid flowers, and I would love if they implement that. So that kind of like catch my eye a little bit, so I'm a little bit hopeful, but there is no actual confirmation, it's just my wishful thinking here. Also, look, it makes a little heart. That's so cute. Then another question that I have is whether these are ability outfits or not. As we can see here, both the planting and the construction later on, Nikki has her default outfit, but she does have some accessories, like for example, this feather, and while watering, she has a little watering can. So I'm wondering if they do have ability outfits, but they didn't want to give a preview of them yet. Maybe they're not finalized, or they don't want to like give away everything yet. So maybe we will have ability outfits, but we don't know what they look like yet. Or maybe they're just like default abilities where they're more part of the menu or their interface and not really a ability outfit. But I really hope it's not the latter. I really hope we will get ability outfits, because I already planned mine. I already have one planned outfit for gardening, one for building, and one for cooking. I'm very excited about those, and I will love them to have little outfits. Oh yeah, and like I mentioned during the reaction, I do think it's an interesting blend between The Sims and Animal Crossing features in a way that reminds me of Fortnite. So it has full build customization. You can build the house however you want from the ground. You can do terraforming, which is super exciting. You can clip things on others, stack things. You can do whatever you want pretty much. And that's very similar to The Sims. but you do it yourself with Nikki, which reminds me of Animal Crossing. But the way it's really intuitive and practical, it's a lot better for controllers and mobile, I imagine, which The Sims, for example, isn't, you know? So that's exciting. Also, a small reminder, in case you didn't know, that there will be presets. You can also like just use presets from the game or from other players. So if you're not into building like block by block or building brick by brick, then you don't need to. It's totally fine. Then some small details here about the clipping. Very excited that this was now officially confirmed. As you can see here, when Nikki is able to place an item, it has a green highlight, and she's going to actually sinken I don't know how to say that, but she's going to put these stairs inside the flooring right now, and it continues to have a green highlight, so you can in fact ignore the collision of things and just place everything everywhere however you want it. And this is really cool because not only allows a better freedom, more customization, but it also means that you can utilize one single item in multiple ways to create different effects. So for example, you could use a shelving unit backside as a wooden wall accent for decorating. You know, if you got a shelving unit that has a backside that is made of wood, you can just rotate it and place it inside a wall with just a little bit showing off to make it up as a wood accent. Or for example here, just for some visuals, you could use this lamp here as a step for the second floor. So for example, like this, where this is a lamp, but if you clip through the flooring like that, it could be used as a step on the second floor. So you can use a same object in different ways to create different effects just because the clipping is allowed. This is really cool. Also a small detail that I love that there is a auto snap, and I imagine that will be a toggle for you to turn this on and off. But having an auto snap is so useful for creating builds, not decorating, but for creating like walls and floorings. It's so helpful. So I'm very happy that this is in the game as well. And another really fun detail is that, as you can see, Nikki can resize items. This is really cool. So we can make little fairy house builds or gigantic house builds and just resize things to place them in different spots. So as you can see, she could not only clip the plant inside the floor, she could also resize it, make it a little bit smaller. So it was quite a big plant. And another neat detail, I think, is the fact that we can place items on top of other items. And not only that, this is an item that can be interacted with. They already confirmed that we can interact with beds. We can lay down on beds to rest, or at least that's what I think, or maybe sit down on them. And they still allow you to place items on top of the bed. It may look weird on the animation later, but that doesn't matter because at least you can still interact with the bed and decorate it however you want. And another cool detail is how Nikki made the floor a little bit less deep. So right here, yeah, you see she removes one layer of the flooring. So that means we can make half steps if we want to. This is also a feature that I use a lot when I'm building houses on other games. So I'm glad to see that we'll be able to do that here. And of course, at the end of the house here, we can see that, yes, you can float items, you can float entire houses if you want. There is no need for pillars or any foundation. It's quite literally just floating there. I imagine this is what they mean of floating and construction fusion. And also another really good thing is that you can in fact place your props in the house. Now it's officially confirmed, guys. A lot of people ask me that, and they did mention something around it, but they never confirmed if we could place the props permanently in our house. But as you can see, we have balloon and balloon twice, and we also have the flowers from the fairy Blooming Dreams outfit. So they placed the props to decorate. I don't know how the quantity of that will work, because obviously you only have one prop. So how are you going to place multiple? I'm not sure. But I imagine that for other furniture, we'll need to craft them multiple times. Like, for example, if you want to use this as a stand, you will need to craft it over and over again. As you can see here, when she's taking a picture of the item, she gets a singular amount. So she gets one of this stand. So I imagine that if you want more stands to decorate your house, you will need to craft it over again. But if not, I won't complain. I would love to have infinite access to furniture, almost like a creative mode on Minecraft for builds. I'm fine with that too. But yeah, having confirmation that we can in fact place props is a really good thing. A lot of people wanted that. And another cool thing is that they show a tree house here. So the giant tree is not its own, like its separate area. You can still build over everywhere on the island apparently. So even on the giant tree, which is like a very important point of your island's terrain, you can still build on it. This already gives me so many ideas. I'm 100% going to do tons and tons of tiny little houses for fairies across all of the tree trunk and maybe some of the branches as well. That will be my little tree fairy village place for sure. And here towards the end of the video, they do show how the furniture treasure hunt is going to happen. In case you didn't watch my other video or you're not on the loop, again, you can hunt for furniture across Mirrorland to grab their sketches to craft for your house. It's not going to be every single furniture in the game, okay? They're gonna give us a little journal with a bunch of furniture on it, and you need to find that furniture in the overworld, take a photo of it, and then you obtain the sketch. As you can see here, this Nikki was probably looking for that stand, and then she's got the blueprints. After she crafted it, she can place it on her house. So that's how the treasure hunt is gonna happen. But yeah, overall, very, very hyped for the house system. I love all of the furniture that they showed. Again, they showed more of wish-filled floral wish style furniture, and I would love to see over time them adding new furniture styles, like for example Linglong / Dunchain. But really love these little fairy and flower lights, love all of the flowers and all of the decor. And I think it's really exciting that they're implementing this so soon in the game development. The game has been out for just like 8 months, not even a year, and we're already getting such an in-depth house system, which, by the way, will only get better over time. They are only going to work and more on this system as the time goes by. So I'm very, very hyped to see the future of the house system. This is going to increase my gameplay hours way too much. I'm a little bit concerned actually. But overall, really exciting stuff. I hope I covered all of the minor details that are in this trailer, but if you did notice anything else, please feel free to comment down below or let me know what you're most excited for. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.